And see, and this is what leads into the main conversation tonight that I want to get into. With all this that we're talking about, it leads into the main question: do you really know your man? Do you know your man? Like, seriously, I want you to ask yourself, everybody that's out there listening, if you listening, call in at 646-915-8200, and I want you to tell me, do you really know your man? Or you can hit us up on Twitter, twitter.com/UCOFW. Do you really know your man? Because a lot of these women are getting into relationships with these men, and you don't know them. You don't know them from a hole in the wall. You meet them at the club. You want to bring them home around your kids, and your kids sitting, like the caller said earlier, you know, you bring these men around your kids, they end up getting molested, they getting abused. You know, they sitting up in your house, ain't paying no bills, they eating up your children's food. Yeah. Do you know your man? Do you know if your man's creeping with another woman or another man for that fact? Do you know your man? So, I mean, you know, can somebody tell me, like, do you think these women know who they're messing with these days?
Hell no. Hell no. They don't. But them the questions they lack at. They don't ask those questions. They don't care.
Honey, these men are out there doing everything, girl. Let me tell you. Because my best friend's man was sleeping with men and sleeping with her and other women. Ooh. And you couldn't tell the bitch shit. You couldn't tell the dumb bitch shit. I was like, man, girl, your man is at that other man's house. She's so dick dumb. Dick dumb, girl. Dick dumb. That's what you call it.
Glory, that's great.
Girl, that's the word of the motherfucking episode.
Yeah, he loved you and some ass. I'm just putting it out there. That's all I got to say, caller.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Let her ask us ass. Okay.
No, they don't know their men. They don't know their men. They don't. Because they don't take time. Like you said, girl, they don't take time to ask questions.
But you know, if you get a call in nothing. If you get a call in tonight, it's going to be one of them dumb ones that swear they know they men.
How do they swear they're the only woman?
Okay, and really, in order to say that you really know them, I mean, this could go into a whole complete spewing mess about trusting your partner, but how do you build the reliable trust in order to know them? How do you do that?
You better find out by asking questions, one.
What did you say?
Communication.
Yeah.
Questions.
So
you got to ask questions.
All of those
have you ever heard the whipped cream test?
Girl. The whipped cream
test. Have you ever heard of that?
What'd you call it, Senica?
It's called the whipped cream test, girl.
What's a whipped cream test?
I think now, you know, I think that's a little too graphic for this show this year. I don't want to do that.
Honey, give me the details, honey, because if he's out there doing the whipped cream shit, tell me. Cool Whip, whatever, tell me.
You know, and this is what I heard, especially the women that get with these men that's out of prison. If you want to know if your man been messing around, you take some whipped cream and or some whatever, and then you act like you're gonna do some kinky stuff with him. And then you spray it down his butt cheek, and if it go down in there. Why are you making me do this?
I think we got the picture. You can let it go from there.
The thing about it is, you can't tell some of these women anything. You can't tell them anything because you could be sitting there and telling them, you know, hey, your man was at my house last night, whatever, and you can have proof, all this proof and stuff like that. You can have text messages, pictures, and everything else. But you can't tell them anything. Like, you know, it's just like some people are blind to the fact that, you know, and this is getting back to what I was saying earlier, you know, that's how abuse in the home happens because, like, you have some women that will choose a man over their child, and the child can be sitting there getting abused, getting molested, but the mother will sit there and choose that man over their son or their daughter. And I'm going to tell you this now. it's not even the daughters you got to worry about being molested today. You got to worry about your sons, too.
Honey, that is the truth. I used to sit back and I used to think, I say, you know, do my mother know that this man is doing this to us? I used to ask myself that. I really do believe my mother knew this man was doing this to us, y'all.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is sad. It is sad. And, you know, but why wouldn't she get out of that situation? Because, like Seneca saying, the mothers are dick dumb.
Yeah, dick dumb.
Dick dumb.
I'm gonna have to start using that
be a
term.
new phrase on
dick dumb. Because they scared. I don't know if they're scared that they can't find another man. You understand what I'm saying? Or just,
but see, I'm gonna tell you, this is how I feel about it. I think a lot of men, like that, they're predators anyway, and they're not even just predators towards men, but they're predators in general in life. And they see a single mother that has a child or they have children, and they know that this woman has low self-esteem because a lot of times the father may have walked out on them and, you know, left them with kids and stuff like that. So the mother is looking for a father figure, and they see that this woman is desperate and she needs what she thinks she needs. Let's get that right. She thinks that she needs a man in the home. So what this man does, he slithers his worthless ass into the picture, and that's what happens. Because the woman's getting shown affection, the woman's getting shown something that she's never had before, and see, he uses that to manipulate the woman so he can get in there and abuse those children. You see what I'm saying? You have in there?
Yes.
And see, a lot of people don't want to hear this. And this is, and you know, I'm sorry. A lot of people don't want to hear this stuff because it hits home. This is one of those things, especially in the black community. And you know, and Michael, you can tell me if this is prominent in, you know, in your community as well.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
You know, we live in a community to where we want to sweep things under the rug. You don't go out and tell your business in the street. You know, everything is kept under hush. You know, and I think a lot of times what we fail to realize is, you know, we need to start talking, and we need to make sure that our kids feel to where they can come to us and tell us what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I just feel that these kids a lot of times they feel that they can't go tell their parents nothing. They can't go and tell anybody because they feel that they're gonna be judged, and like we said, they're gonna choose a man or a woman over you.
Yeah, because they feel like they're not protected by their mother, so that's why they don't say anything or decide that.
Right, you right. So that brings back to that point. Do you know your man? Hell no, they don't know their men. They don't know their men. They don't know what they're getting involved in. And I want to say some of these women are very attractive. Some of them, like you said, they're just seeking, a man. And they're very attractive. It's like, okay, can I say this? It's like they have a lot of book sense but no common sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it's no backbone because since they ain't got the self-esteem, they're looking at this, whether it be the dick or whatever, making them feel good. They've lost all track of the rest of their brain and the rest of their life.
The whole thing tonight is, people, this stuff just, to me, most of the time, this stuff just doesn't happen out of nowhere. There's always some warning signs. And like I said, it was something that probably happened. Nobody didn't want to, pay attention to it. And then when something, blew up, then everybody wants to act like, I never saw it coming. There's always warning signs to this. And, I wonder if any of the family knew of anything going on. Did they see that this boy was troubled beforehand? Or was this boy, was he bullied? Was he abused by the parents? Was he abused by a family member? I mean, there's so many things that need to be taken into account.
You know what? It's the family probably did know, but what they probably did, they probably was talking to her so much, telling her, you need to get out, and she wouldn't listen. So, you know, when a family they just get tired of just telling you stuff because you don't listen. And they see it's not going nowhere, so they just not going to get involved with it again. Because if they tell you don't do it, it's almost like it's pulling you closer to the person that they tell you not to be with.
Girl, just like an abusive woman and an abusive that a man that has been abusing his wife or abusing his girlfriend, the sister telling, girl, get on out there. She ain't listening. She's staying, keeping her kids in there, and she's standing there, and then it results to what happened with the little boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It all goes back to that, y'all. And that's right. Like, it all goes back to, do you really know your man? Like you said earlier, your man sleeping with other men. Your man sleeping. I'm serious, women, and y'all so dumb. They got these chat lines out there. These girls on this chat line. You got queens on the chat line, and maybe they rather go to the queens than the woman. Let's set it out there now.
You're right.
Let's set it out there. Some of these women don't even know that they men are doing this, and they're gonna bring them back until they bring them back. You know what I'm saying? Come back.
And then they want to. This what make me mad. Then they want to get mad at the gay men for taking your man. Nah, girl, don't get mad at them. If you don't get, my thing is, don't get mad, get glad.
You can't get mad at them because they didn't take your man. Your man was already gone. He was never yours from the get-go. Because if somebody tried to take something of yours, it was never yours.
Well, girl, this is what I'm saying. My point is that I'm saying what y'all saying, but my thing is, they, like you said, Seneca, they get mad at the gay man. But I'm gonna tell you this: it's your man's fault because your man. Wait a minute, and then your man. This is another story. This might be another topic too. Now your man sticks with the gay man. You find out she's sticking with the gay man. Then you want to fight the gay man. Wait a minute, and your man trying to fight the gay man.
How you gonna fight gay man? Because your man gay too, shit.
That's what I'm saying, girl.
Your man was gay when you met him. You just didn't want to. And it's like I said, it's always a sign there. You just ignored the damn sign because he always gave you that sign. You just didn't want to see it.
No,
I've got an interesting theory on this topic here when it comes to infidelity. I've been in two relationships I've had in the past. I was the victim of the other person being unfaithful. And here's the method that I hold for this. Number one, I don't get mad at the other person for wanting to get a piece. I ain't getting mad at him for that, but I will damn sure throw me a little bit of a fit about the person that's supposed to be with me.
Wow.
Regardless if the other person that they were cheating with was a man or a woman or whatever, regardless of what it is. Hey, I'm not mad at them. I ain't got a problem with them. I got a severe problem, but I'll tell you this. That person is going to be gone quick.
I mean, sometimes they do, but then again, some of these men are so smooth, they so calculating, and they know how to manage and, balance things, honey. They be living 3 different lives. Not 2 different lives, but 3 different lives.
But that's real, though. The women don't go after their man. They come after the other person that their man is slept with.
And, that makes me mad. That makes me mad. Now, that makes me mad.
Then they back with him, and then he's still fucking around. Then you still doing the same old.
Y'all, this is reality. People, they probably listening. They probably just going in one ear out the other ear, but they really need to know, Seneca, you need to tell them that this is reality. This is happening. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't Cinderella, honey.
Do you think that a lot of people basically have that attitude that it's not going to happen to me?
Yes, wait a minute. They have the attitude right now that, it's not happening to me, but baby, trust me, your man probably laying up in some other man's bed right now. How about it?
And it's 2011. You better get with the program, shit.
Honey, it's just 2011, honey.
Guys, I got nothing. We got 7 minutes left, but I just want to know if y'all got any final thoughts, because this has been a good show. We're going to continue this topic upcoming here in the next week or two. This is a really hot-button topic because a lot of people don't know about the down low, and I want, people on here that can break it down because a lot of people just don't know about it.
Yeah.
So anybody got some final thoughts? Because I really want to close this, the show out because I know today's Martin Luther King. And I just want to close the show out with his speech. But do you guys have anything? First of all, I want to thank you guys for really coming in here and just really engaging this conversation because we really need to talk about this stuff as a community. You know, so do you guys have anything left to say before we close it out?
Yes, my final thing is women, don't be naive. If you're being abused, if your children are being abused, wake up and tell him that he has to go.
Yeah.
Don't keep holding on. Don't keep holding on and putting your children in that kind of predicament because when they get older, they're going to remember that. So I say to the women, and I'm gonna say this again: wake up, open your eyes. What they say? So wake up and smell the coffee.
So open your eyes and close your legs. How about that?
How about it? Yes, that's true.
I want to add.
I mean, they sold these women so hot tail. I mean, let me shut up. I done spoke too much tonight as it is.
Tell the truth, honey.
I want to hit on that topic about the moving too. I don't know if they sleeping on us or what, but why would you want to be with something that can't do nothing for you?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Why would you doing all this, you taking care of him, he can't even watch your kids, but he can drive your car, can drop you off at work, go hang out with the boys, but when he come back with your car, it's on E and you got to put gas on it. What the hell?
Come on, girl, and you ain't got no money to fill it up, and he ain't trying to go get none.
And he ain't washed his ass in 2 weeks. He got the drawers on that he had on that you like forward to you better. And it's like, what?
Hello? And she's still trying to give him some, girl.
Ooh, girl, honey, that's why they wonder why she got the damn clap. Why she got the magnolia clap, honey.
That's a new shit that you ain't never heard of.
I'm gonna put it like this: I've been in the church all my life now. You know, you probably can't tell tonight, but you know, I just keep it real now. But you know, I've seen and heard of some of everything going on that goes on in the church. You know, and you know, it's so much secrecy that's going on in the church. A lot of these preachers, you know, having these little young boys, like the whole Bishop Eddie Long situation, you know. You know, the light being shown on Bishop Eddie Long, but this ain't nothing new. This is nothing new.
He wanted to stick his egg roll in something. That's what that was. He was tired of his wife all dried up. He was ready for something else.
But let me ask you this. In situations like that, do you think the parents should be, if the child's underage, and, like, I don't know if these kids were, I don't think the kids were underage, but do you think the parents should be to blame for this, too? Or just letting
Yes, honey.
Well, it is usually, I would say, 90% of the time, the fact that the kids are as mean and as hateful and as bad as they are is because of the lack of parenting. 90% of the time.
I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do, but I also agree with you, Senica, because let me tell you, some of these mothers were probably getting gifts also. So they're selling their kids. How about that? Because I looked at the whole Eddie Long situation, and I said, these parents knew. Honey, he probably was buying the parents' cars and stuff, too.
Sounds like a well-known lie.
Because didn't somebody in the paper, one of those parents, that he had paid their rent up or something like that or something. So these parents knew. It's like they selling their kids. Isn't that horrible?
Just like they tried to do Michael Jackson. They wanted some money.
I started to go there, but I thought, I'm not going to go there.
Wanted some money.
But you know what? We might as well go there because the thing about it is, didn't those parents tell those kids to lie so they can get money?
Money.
I mean, that's why I said today, we living in times where kids are just used as pawns. Like, they used as, like, chessboard pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used as, you know, tools to get what they want. They'll sell their kids. They'll sell their kids out to get some coins in their pocket.
That there is just a whole new level of sick to use your child as a sexual pawn to get money out of somebody. That's a whole new level of pimping your kid out there.
Well, it's happening.
I know, and I know it does, but it's just like, wow, that's a whole new level of sick, really.
What about the woman that was selling her 9-year-old and the man killed her?
What?
Yeah, this was a while ago.
I didn't hear about that.
Mhm. Like she was prostituting her 9-year-old.
Sick people out here, girl, and I'm telling you, you know, like, you know, you don't even, like we were mentioning, you don't even have to look in the streets. This stuff is going on, like, even in the church. So my thing is, if you're not safe in church, your children are not even safe in church, where are your children safe at?
Not at school either.
No, of course not. Of course not. And I'm going to tell you this now. These parents need to start checking these kids on Facebook, because not only you dealing with sexual, like, you know, crimes and stuff like that, you dealing with the whole cyberbullying thing going on. There's so much going on now that these parents just don't know.
But to me, I think
these parents responsibility to stay. I
think these parents giving the kids too much. They giving them too much leeway, because ain't no way in hell you'll be on the computer at 13 or 14. When you turn 17, 18, you'll be on it, because you wouldn't be on it then. No, you wouldn't. Sorry. You just wouldn't.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't think that children under 16 need to be having no Facebook page. They don't need to be on these websites. They don't need it.
I just 7-year-old on Facebook. She's talking about, you know, I done met the man of my life. I was like, what the hell? I said, girl, you know nothing about life.
But see, you seen them shows like To Catch a Predator, right? I mean, y'all laughing, but this is for real. That's how they get these young people. You know, and these parents don't know, because it could be happening right in front of your face. Your child on the computer, you think because they sitting there in front of you, you know, you cleaning, you know, washing dishes, cleaning clothes, whatever you do. Because some of y'all so trifling, y'all can't even keep your house clean.
Or how about the little kids and the little girls, little boys that can't keep their nose or their thumbs off of a cell phone texting? Do you know who they're texting?
Girl, like I said. I mean, you don't know, because you think your child is sitting there, because your child's sitting there, you think that, you know, they're safe, but you don't know who's on that computer screen. You don't know who's on the other side of the computer screen. You don't know who they texting. And not only do you have to worry about texting, you have to worry about sexting too.
That's what exactly is.
So I think it takes the parents need to be responsible, and they need to stay on top of this technology.
Yeah. And we all know, though, that sometimes I'm 32 years old, and I found out this year getting a smartphone. At the age of 32, I finally got me a smartphone. And do you know, I felt absolutely ignorant for a week. How many of the parents out here, typical average parent, how many of them are keeping up with this stuff? But I bet the kids are.
Some of the parents don't even know the slang that the kids talk.
Yeah, you're right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like what is OMG? Girl, come up with the times.
Yeah.
They don't know none of that. Because, you know, they don't know how to, like you said, Mike, they probably don't know how to operate the machines. So they're looking at these words like, oh, you know, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit, I tell you, this is just one of them conversations that I wish, and I think that the churches, like, you know, I think the church, and I think the churches, I think they've kind of failed the community because they're not educating the people, but yet they want to take your money every Sunday.
Well, hello.
I mean, isn't the church supposed to be the pillar of the community? So why aren't they teaching people this?
Because the church has lost its essence, as far as the Christians are not acting like Christians. You understand what I mean? I'm meaning, I'll be scared to go to church now. The way church is going now, I'll be scared to even ask somebody to come to Christ to get saved.
Because they're going to make that bust the cap in. I don't even,
Honey, that's right, girl. That's right. Get scared, honey, that get scared somebody going to shoot up in the church. That's right.
Well, hell, I mean, we done seen that. It's not even a question of if it's going to happen. It's already happening.
Wasn't there just a couple of years ago a thing somewhere out west, I'm wanting to say Iowa or Utah, where there was a guy that went into a church, but that church was put to a close because they actually had armed security guards in their church. Wasn't it just a couple of years ago? Does anybody else remember that?
I remember that. It was that man that walked off the street and came in there and shot the pastor right in the head.
Shot the pastor or somebody, and then the armed security guard ended up shooting the assailant. And I was like, whoa, you have an armed security guard in your church? I'm thinking, what kind of neighborhood is your church in?
But you know what my thing is like, we can't even say what kind of neighborhood, because a lot of times people need to stop following into that trap to where they believe that such and such can't happen in their neighborhood or such and such can't happen in their town.
That's right.
You can't say because I don't live in the hood, I live in a nice neighborhood, I live out in the suburbs, or I live in the country, this can't happen. You know what?
You can't say that because that congresswoman I'm more sure she was in a nice neighborhood.
Honey, everything is happening. Honey, it's happening more in them neighborhoods than the ghetto.
Yeah. But see, to me, it just gets publicized more in the ghetto.
Right.
Crime in general. It's more people shine a light more on the lower income neighborhoods, but really there's all kind of stuff that's going on in these homes in the suburbs. There's so much dysfunction that's going on in these families. Trust me, I grew up in the suburbs. I've had friends that lived out here, baby. You think ain't nothing going on in these households? Girl, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know.
Because that little boy when he shot his mama.
Yeah, that 10-year-old boy. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that 10-year-old boy that shot his mama because he didn't want to do no chores?
Yeah.
Oh. What?
10-year-old boy. And, honey, this happened out in the country. That boy, they talking about, well, we keep these guns around because we grew up in, we live out in the country. And
okay, let me tackle that one. Here. I'm from the sticks originally and out in the countryside. They're not, that's great and all, but if you know, as a responsible gun owner, if you know that you have a child that is a loose cannon like that and has that much attitude and hatred in them, you should know your kids. You should know what unless your kid just teetotally one day just wakes up and is like, I'm going to step off the deep end today, and you had no prior knowledge, then I could understand it. But you can't tell me these people didn't know that their kid didn't have a problem. And if that's the case, and if you're a gun owner, you have that stuff locked up to where that kid can't get anywhere near it.
That's right. I agree with that. That's right. No, but you have to think about it, like you said, it's in the country. They don't think about stuff like that in the country. Hell, they shooting bears and all kinds of shit out there. Foxes.
It is a different world.
They leave it out, honey. It's in the cabinet. Go get it. There's a fox in our backyard, honey. Go shoot it.
Exactly.
Your damn child is 5 years old. Go shoot him, baby. Pow, pow. Then your ass get shot. Shit. So did the mother live or what?
She did.
She killed her.
He killed her. He killed her.
Yeah, she got killed.
Oh, hell.
And then, honey, the kids come out. Kids look like they disturbed, too. This girl ain't 15-year-old, got pink hair. What the hell? Kids look disturbed. And they talking about, and the son talking about, you know, my mom was the best mom you can ever have, and she was such a good mother. Girl, hell, how could she be that good of a mother? And you guys, they said themselves in the store they had guns hanging up in the boys' room. Like, and, you know.
She was such a good mother. Why you kill her?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Honey, we live in a sick time.
It sounds cold, but what would drive what normal child's gonna do that? It makes me wonder, was there something else going on in their family that nobody did know?
No, it couldn't have been nothing else going on because he was exposed to this situation with guns. So if you're exposed to that, what would you gonna do? Automatically do it. I mean, it couldn't have been like he was sick or nothing like that. No, if you're exposed to that shit, you're gonna use it.
Yeah.
No child should have. Go ahead. No child should have guns in their rooms. No child should have the access, like you said, Michael, to guns anywhere. No child should have access to guns. What kind of parent is that?
One that don't care, child neglect again.
Oh, Lord, girl.
Now, and the thing, you know, like the issue with guns, you know, I was raised with firearms around my entire life, but up until I was a responsible age where I could handle them and be given responsibility and understand it, and I was never left unsupervised with a firearm ever. Up until I was like maybe 16 or 17. Then I would, obviously by then I knew what was going on, and even then I might not have been directly supervised, but there was an adult pretty damn close by. So, it blows my mind what kind of life or what kind of home these kids were in to where a 10-year-old had access to it. And this 10-year-old had to be some kind of an evil little shit. I mean, he had access to it, which he never should have had in the first place, and then the guts enough to actually pull the trigger and kill her? Shoo!
It might have been something he was thinking about a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
So
She just set him off that day. She just set him off. She wouldn't let him go outside, and he was like, I ain't cleaning nothing. And he went off.
He said, you want me to do what? You want me to clean what?
He had no discipline all his life, and then all of a sudden that day she want to discipline him. So that's probably what made him go off. Like, you never disciplined me, so don't try now.
Yeah, sounds like the kids need it.
Right. You are right, girl.
So he had enough. He probably wasn't wrapped too tight anyway, so.
Right.
What a father, as a matter of fact, because he probably ain't wrapped too tight either.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what? In that story, they never said anything about the father. I don't know what was.
Far too far from the tree.
Yeah. I said, honey, them some damn crab apples, honey. Them some old withered up crab apples, honey. Them apples eaten up by the birds.
The kids was grown, you could tell, because if she has a pink hair, she was grown. She was running the household. Mama wasn't. She was just there.
I saw her. I said, at that age, you not going to be walking at the house looking like a damn fool.
And then she was.
Again, where was the parent with any kind of responsibility?
And that
I said, again, a 15-year-old around with pink hair. Again, where was the parent with proper parenting skills?
That was she was trying to be their friend. There you go again. Trying to be their friend. She in a box.
Wow.
I mean, not trying to be, harsh about it, but now she in a box because she was trying to be her kid's friend.
Wow. Well, Mike, I'm going to ask, can I ask this question, please?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mike, because you said that you was exposed with around guns, I mean, did they teach you how to shoot a gun, or how was you exposed to the guns? They were just out, or what?
No. Well, of course, as a child, as far as I can even remember back being tiny or little, as far as my brain will go, you could have never seen a gun. In other words, the equivalent of someone having small children running around, no, they were never out.
Oh, okay.
No, they were never left out where, I as a small, irresponsible, let's say for lack of a better term, rugrat,
right.
Couldn't get into them. No, that was just not the case. They were put up because, obviously you got small children, you keep them put up. As I got older, they were not hidden from me. As I got older, I was showed what they did, how they worked. I was taken out and showed how to use them properly. Why you use? I was taught a healthy respect for it.
Oh, okay.
So,
but see, would you say that mother, they didn't teach them a healthy respect?
There was not a healthy respect. The kid killed his mom. What kind of respect was there?
Yeah.
Let alone the kid having that much of an anger issue and an attitude. I mean, I just can't help but think that this could not have been the first time the kid ever showed any anger.
Exactly. That's my point. That's what I was trying to get at.
If you have a kid like that, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say guns don't mix with that.
And that's why I said we are back, and I'm telling you, we are having a really good show today, and I really enjoy the dialogue because I think the thing about us is that we need to start coming together and discussing the issues more. And I really appreciate everybody that's came in today. This has really been a good show, and we're about to go to a new topic right now. That's been in the media the past couple of days. And the reason why I really want to cover this topic is because I actually had, and I really got to be careful with this because this is still under investigation, but pretty much, and I'm trying to pull up the story right now on channel6.com, so bear with me. But the story has something to do with child abuse. And first of all, me and Deandra's been talking about the situation, and while I look for this story, Deandra, I want you to just give us your opinion about what happened with the entire situation. You there, Deandra?
I'm still here.
So can you tell me, based on what I told you, because I'm trying to find the story so I can get my facts straight, can you tell us what do you feel about the whole situation?
I just think it's crazy. Because
right.
I don't understand how do you get so lost in relationship with the man that you give them enough, I don't know, just enough control that they just can, beat your kids any kind of way. To me, yeah, a child need a whooping, but a beating, I
Well, the thing about it is, and I'm trying to find this, so bear with me. I should have been prepared for this. But pretty much it was one of these situations. I went to a friend's house, and I'm not going to mention any name. And I first saw this child, and right off the bat, I knew something was wrong because when I seen the child, and this is like a week ago, I seen the child, and I seen bruises on the child's face, and the child had like a busted eye. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you this now. One thing about me is I don't play when it comes to children because children can't, protect themselves. So when I seen the child's eye, I immediately asked questions. Nobody could give me an answer to what's going on, But all they knew is okay, this child had these bruises, and don't quote me on this. If I remember right, they said another child of theirs had bruises on them as well. So I'm questioning it, okay, what's going on here? Because shouldn't no child have all these bruises on their face like that? And what could a child do at that young of an age to justify that?
Seneca.
So, yes.
Seneca. Now,
yes,
I saw the news, and let me tell you what the news said earlier. there were prior abuse to these children. Did you guys see that? They said that it has happened before.
Oh,
Did you know
wow.
that? They said it happened before. I watched it this morning. They said it happened before, and I guess they didn't pay no attention. They said the child fell down, but they wasn't buying it this time. When they took him to the hospital this time, they wasn't buying it. So this mother, tacky, trifling, knew this was going on, because of love. It ain't that much blank in the world that you in love with that you have your kids hurt. Come on, I'm just going to lay it out there because it's too much. They fall in love over the sex and all this stuff, not thinking about your kids.
Come on.
See, I can relate to that because, when I was young, I'm just going to put it out there, my mother chose the man over us. And that man was doing all kinds of stuff. That man was doing all kinds of stuff to us, and she was acting blind and love because she's so in love with the cock. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm put it out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And these ladies ain't that much cock out there that you can fall in love with. I said that it will hurt your kids. And I'm 35 years old, and it's still that is still haunting me. The stuff that man did to me and my sister, the stuff that he did to my mother. You understand what I'm saying? So that topic really hurt me when I seen that today. And she knew what was going on. And they did press charges on her talking about she ain't in jail yet.
Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you, the guy, I knew something. I met him at this party. And I knew something wasn't right.
If you'd like me to read.
You found the article?
Yes, I've got it here if you'd like me to read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm trying to find the date at which this was posted, but it appears it was updated as of January 15th, so 2 days ago. It says, Indianapolis police have made an arrest for aggravated battery in what started out as an investigation for an injured child on Friday night. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was notified by Emergency Medical Services personnel of an injured 15-month-old boy that was transported around 7:30 p.m. Friday evening from the address of 6119 Lakeview Drive. This is coming, by the way, from WTHR.com, Channel 13's website. Medical technicians did not believe the injuries were consistent with a fall, as was initially reported. The child arrived at Riley Hospital and was immediately taken to surgery for head trauma and is listed in critical condition. The incident occurred in the apartment of the 30-year-old Eric Steele. Steele was interviewed by a child abuse detective at the Family Advocacy Center Friday night and was subsequently arrested for Class B felony aggravated battery after admitting that he had struck the child, knocking him into a wall. Quote, This is a disciplinary issue. The man was apparently just trying to apply some ointment to the face of the child for an illness or an injury. Became frustrated when the child resisted. At that point in time, he struck the child, knocking him into the wall, which caused said IMPD Sergeant Paul Thompson. There were 4 children at the apartment at the time of the incident. 2 belonged to Steele. The injured child and a 2-month-old sibling were the children of 23-year-old Crystal Dobbs. The 2-month-old infant was taken into custody by Child Protective Services. Steele's children were released to a family member. Formal charges pending against Dobbs, who's the mother, has not been charged yet at this time.
See what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Deandra. I know you got something to say. I know you ready to read somebody. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, now how the hell do you knock a child in the damn car and you trying to place some damn ointment on his nose or wherever the hell you was trying to put it? How does that you end up knocking him into the wall? I don't get that.
Let me in this conversation, because that's some
girl,
real crap right here.
Oh,
no. Because, first of all, you should never get that. If you feel like you're going to get that mad at the child, then you need to walk away. There is no reason for a grown-ass man. I don't even know if I can cuss on this radio. There's no reason for a grown-ass man to be putting his hands on no child and knocking him across the wall and beating him all in his face like that. That just shows you right there. Ain't no telling what else been going on with them people. And technically,
hold up, y'all. Let me tell y'all this, though.
They don't need that baby either. They don't need none of them kids they got. And I pray to God that them kids don't have to go back there.
No, girl,
but hold up, y'all. Let me tell you about this girl, though, honey. Let me tell you, because I told you I met them a week ago. This girl was at the party, honey, and she looked like she was so damn high and drunk, and she was on Channel 6 talking about, ooh, you know, I'm trying to get away from him and this, that, and the other. But, girl, if you go to Mr. Eric Steele's, hold up, y'all, hold up. If you go to Mr. Eric Steele's Facebook page, honey, you will get on there and see, she's talking about she's been trying to get away from him and this, that, and the other. But why do you have on his Facebook page as early as Friday talking about, ooh, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but yet you're trying to get away from him? You a liar. But see, this is what I'm saying. That's one of those. Go ahead.
Somebody had to slap her upside her damn head, too. Are you for real? CK up in the world for you to be that damn dumb. Seriously.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. She wants, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it real. She does want a big black dick, and I'm just going to keep it real. I'm sorry. She wanted a big black dick, but, honey, when that big black dick backfired on her, now you want to ditch him. But, see, that's the thing about it. These brothers want to leave.
And y'all, I don't even think she'll be ditching him, honey. Trust me. If he gets convicted, her ass need to be convicted. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. And listen to this, y'all. Y'all know this time's going to work. He's going to get convicted. Her ass going to be sending somebody on his books and shit to jail.
Say that. Girl, say that. Because,
she'll be the dumb bitch. They need to review that, and they need to have her ass arrested. Because she knew what was going on with her child. She knew what was going on with that damn child.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Y'all know this ain't over. Trust me. If she don't get convicted, she going to be calling him, sneaking on them phone. Because that's how these women are now. That's how I'm telling y'all, they putting these men before their children.
And that is sad. Because, see, I'm very protective of my kids. And let me tell you, ain't no man worth it. Ain't no man worth my kids and their safety.
I'm glad to hear that, girl. I'm glad you keep that like that.
Oh, girl, yes. I do not play about my kids, and ain't no man worth. No, no man is worth it. Come on now, this is something that you first. This is something that you're supposed to be protecting them while they growing. There is no way that they should be endangered at that age. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it. Ain't no man worth it.
She knew he was a damn fool when she met him, so it ain't nothing like it's something new to her. And
like you said, she needs to be flat too. Her ass needs to be flat too.
Of the simple fact that he didn't beat her child, like she don't know what the hell was going on. Girl, boo, you knew exactly what the hell was going on.
Yeah. And I would hate to say it, but do y'all remember that that story about the little girl that got killed in the meadows? That little baby girl for that ongoing sex?
Exactly.
Yeah, the little girl. I think her name was Tajane or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about them girls the girls that you talking about the double killings like that had to do with them drugs?
No,
and
the
stuff?
little baby girl, and then when they pulled up the records from the.
Oh yeah, you talking about when they had like over 2,000 pages of documents and stuff.
Yeah, and see, and I hate to say this, but. That's what it's probably going to end up being like. Yeah, they saying they cracking down, but they can't be cracking down too much because, like the lady just said on the phone, she needs to be convicted just as well as he is. She needs to go to jail,
let me interject this at this point. By looking at the charges, I don't know how many people in the general public understand the felony classification, but they have charged him with aggravated battery, which doesn't seem like much, but they have charged him with B felony. That's damn high. So that means they ain't playing around. If they've got him charged with a B felony, they plan on putting his ass away for a long time.
I mean, that's fine, too, but she needs to go, too, because I feel like she's just as much as he is.
And the reason I'm explaining that part is a B felony suit doesn't just have usually one aspect to it. In other words, what I'm saying is, one, they're going to throw a hammer on him, but it's not done. They're going to come back and get her because she's not going to be able to skate out of this. If they're playing that serious of charges, she's going to get something eventually.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that she needs to be convicted just as well as he is. She needs to be charged too, and them babies need to be put in a safer environment. They need to be put somewhere where they're going to be safe and they You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be endangered or nothing like that. Because we don't need the same mistake that we had with that little girl over them 2,000 pages worth of child abuse.
Right.
3, 4, I think she was like 4 years old. No.
Yeah.
And see, that's way too many pages for a baby. She's a baby.
313. Okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the story, y'all, because I need y'all to understand this, and I'm trying to keep this, you know, the person house I went to, I don't involved with it, but the thing about it is, it's like everybody was sitting around wondering why do these kids have these group policies, and nobody acting like nobody knew what was going on. But to me, I never met this guy before, and talking to him, he was just really out there and stuff like that, and it was just some other things that I felt uncomfortable about the situation. I'm sorry, because I ain't trying to put nobody's dirty laundry out there, and I'm not going to do that, because that's just not what I do. But it's just some things out there that he just said as, like, in reference to, like, you know, I always got these women after me and this and the other, and I always got to change my phone number and this, that, and the other, and it's just some other things that came up into the situation. And I think mental issues, mental illness is in the situation as well.
Okay, we got a bad connection somewhere. We're having a hard time hearing people.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
There, that's a lot better.
Okay. Well, what I was saying is like with the whole situation is when I met them, it was just like something about the situation wasn't right. And everybody, you know, and I'm not trying to put the person, you know, that was having the party, I'm not going to put them out there like that because, you know, they asked me not to, you know, use their name, and that's fine. But I was at the party, and just speaking with him, it was just some red flags that came up when I was talking to him because he was talking about how he lets his kids beat up on him, and they be punching them in the face, and he wrestles with his kids, and he's, like, real rough with them. And my thing is, first of all, I'm not going to be playing around with my kids like that. And then second of all, what bothered me about the situation is you're talking about how you always got these people, all these women that's blowing your phone up, and you got to get your phone changed every 3 weeks, and you talking about how people trying to hack into your Facebook and all this stuff. That goes to show me that you are not living right. You're not living right.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question. Okay. You have the damn party. Why would you have your kids at a party?
Yeah, that's off the man.
That's child respect right there. Why would the kids be at a grown folks'
Why would the
party?
kids be?
Okay, yes.
That's my question. That's my question.
Girl.
That just don't make no sense.
I mean, but this is what bothers me about this. You know, people like this, you know, and you see it all the time. And I'm gonna keep it real. And everybody knows I'm far from a racist. Everybody knows I'm not like that. You know, I got a wide variety of friends, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. If whoever don't like it, they don't like it. This is my show. If you got a problem, just don't listen. But my thing is, I get so tired of these brothers going after these big nasty women. Okay, they go after these white girls because they feel that they're gonna do whatever. They're gonna do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna step to no sister like that. They gonna step to no sister like that. They gonna go after the biggest nasty white girl they can get because they know that she's so hung up on the dick that she ain't thinking about her kids or her priorities or nothing else. But I guarantee you this.
Bullshit.
Go ahead.
They know a sister ain't gonna be with that half-stepping bullshit. You gonna either have to come or you gonna have to come correct, because no.
Y'all, we ain't gonna say that because there's some sisters out there that would do
Yeah,
the same thing she's doing too. Come on now, everybody ain't strong as us, girl. It's some sisters out there.
And it ain't no disrespect to my white community. I love my white people. Don't get me wrong. But let him come my way trying that shit, because he will get slapped. I do not play that. We will get slapped. And that's just some proof. That's just some proof for your ass.
But my thing is, and you know me, I ain't got no problem with interracial relationships, of course. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I ain't got no problem with it. But my thing is, brothers, this is my thing, and this is for anybody in general. If you going to go after somebody, go after the best. Why are you always, okay, this is the thing that bothers me about the whole situation. When a white man gets with a black woman, they're gonna get them a dime piece. They're going to get them a fine-ass black woman. But why come when the brothers always go outside they race or they get a white woman, they always got to get the biggest, nastiest one they can find? Like, and I'm not trying to be mean.
Seneca, because they know they're going to take care of them. Hell.
Yeah. That's
they know
what
they're
it
going to
is.
take care of them, honey. That's what that shit is. They know they're going to go out there. They know she's going to do anything. They know she ain't going to be with another man. For number one, they know he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. Go out, screw another woman, do whatever. She's gonna come back home to her.
Or how about screw another man?
Right now, we're on the topic now to where a lot of women bring them in, and it's some of the fathers that do it too, but they bring the men into the home and not knowing the guy's background. How do you feel about it? We're talking about education. We're talking about responsibility. We're talking about all kinds of things dealing with the family. But right now, we're really focusing on do you know your man? And like women that pick up strange men and they bring them into the home, and it's kind of like a revolving door. We see different men coming in and out the house all the time, and the children are confused. How do you feel about that?
Well, me personally, I don't like that.
Right.
I think you should, before you bring a person to meet your children, I think you should know that person's background before you introduce them to your children.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you don't even know who you're getting involved with.
But they don't care about that, girl. They care about one thing. If the man's doing it right, if he's beating the chicken right, honey, if he's beating the chicken right, y'all know what I'm saying? They don't care about all that, who they bring around, because he's beating her chicken and the daughter's chicken and probably her chicken, honey.
I know somebody that was beating the daughter chicken and the mama chicken, too.
Hello.
But girl, Deandra, we were I was telling you about earlier. We were talking about how some of these women today, they partying with the daughters and just in general, they partying with the children, going to the club with them. Tell me, we were talking about that earlier. What are your thoughts about that?
Me personally, I couldn't party with my mama. We can go out, we can go out to dinner, we can have, a couple cocktails. As far as us going to the club together, we can't do that. No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how you gonna sit up here and tell your daughter that she needs, what she need to do, and she don't need to be a hoe, or she don't need to be promiscuous, and you're not setting an example? How you gonna sit here and tell me that I don't need to get drunk, or I don't need to get high, and you doing it with me? I don't understand that, and I'm sorry. I really don't think that parents need to try to be their children's best friend, because that when you allow that, that's when your children feels like there's no boundaries, there's no respect, and you always need that respect and those boundaries with the parents, because they are the ones that have to teach you what way to go. You see what I'm saying?
And as soon as you try to discipline them, you see what happened. They kill you.
Yeah, but Seneca.
Yeah.
These parents are scared of their children, honey.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why they're trying to be their best friend. They're scared of their children. Honey, let me have some kids. Honey, I'll teach them.
Beat the hell out of them. Well, see, that kind of reminds me of that story. You guys, I talked about this earlier before you guys got on the air. I read the story on from WTHR. Did you hear about them 2 shootings that happened downtown on Saturday?
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I got a question. I just need to know this. What the hell are these kids doing out at this time of night? Downtown.
Seneca, some of their parents are on crack, and some of them don't even care where their children go. You understand what I'm saying? These children are raising themselves, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the truth. I'm telling you, they are raising themselves, and listen, they don't have nowhere to turn to but these streets. And that's how these kids are falling. You got children raising children, children having children, And these parents are out there on crack, on dope, meth, or whatever they smoking and stuff. And then this is what gets me. And then they try to be their parents be the mom, like you said, be the mom and the daddy during the day, but doing crack in the evening, day and night. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't know where their kids are.
Mm-hmm. They try to do as I say and not as I do.
These kids are lost. They're lost. These kids are lost.
650, did you have something to add to this now, or are you just still listening at this point, or, or did you have something to say?
I think the parents say, do as I say and not as I do. And so I think they have kind of like lived by a double standard for so long, and now it's kind of starting to bite them in the ass.
Right.
I mean, I really think that the door's starting to shut in their face because, for the longest, like, do whatever, I can do whatever I want to do, but I can try to hold you accountable for the things that I do and the things that I don't want you to do. And so, we don't have any way to separate the two because everybody's doing pretty much what the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
Because how can you tell me what to do when you're doing whatever?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it shouldn't be like that, but it is like that now.
Yeah. And I think so many times we want to, and this is what kind of pisses me off. I see it in the media and stuff like that. How a lot of times, we always want to, talk about deadbeat fathers, but you know what? There's really, a lot of deadbeat mothers too. Because we're also living in a culture now to where there's a lot of fathers that got to kind of, step up to the plate because, like they said, the mama ain't no good. She's a whore. She's a slut. She doesn't want to take accountability of what came out of her womb. So the father doesn't have a choice at that point to step up to the plate and take care of their kids. So it's, to me, I always want to get into the whole male bashing thing because it's not really all, it's just not the men, it's the women too.